Hello friends, welcome to this new video. So in this video, we will be discussing on consulting business. So we will be taking a deep dive in what exactly consulting business, and I'm quite sure that after this video, you will take consulting business very seriously and you will realize the power of consulting business. So let's get started. If I talk about consulting business, business is basically that business in which I provide my expertise to the client. So the idea is that people around us, they are looking for services like legal services, accounting. Suppose anyone is facing some legal issues, and definitely he is not a lawyer, because every individual has got some specific skill sets. Let us suppose we have a doctor running a clinic. He is a health professional. Now if he got stuck in some legal cases on his clinic, then definitely he will take help from an expert. Let us suppose you are starting up a new business and you want to get your website done, you want to do its branding, then definitely you will look for a expert to get your work done. So these experts who provide a kind of a solution, a service to the end user. So these are consultants. So consultants play a very important role in all the businesses, and the core ideology behind all the consultants and all the consulting firm is adding value to lives of people. So when you will add value, when you will provide quality service, your quality service will definitely make an impact on your clients. Yes, so adding value to lives of people is the key. Now if we look into some data, companies are spending on consultants. Now the question is that why companies? So here companies include all the medium scale enterprises and large scale enterprises, and also some small scale enterprises. So these companies are also spending on consultants, because see, company requires n number of expertise, and definitely it cannot onboard permanent employees for all the skill sets. They prefer to outsource the work to a consultant. Let us suppose any company needs any expert advice, they will look for consultants to get the expert advice. Companies definitely spend on consultants. So here is the data which is showing the percentage of expenses. So let's try to understand it. So in the left hand side, you can see that in the left hand side, uh, 75% of businesses across the globe, they spend means 2 to 5% of their expenses is been utilized or is been spent on consultants, either independent consultants or consulting firms. So you can imagine 2 to 5% of their expense of 75% businesses all across the globe, they are spending on consultants. And also around 13% of businesses across the globe, they are spending more than 5%. So the idea is that more than 5% of their expenses is on consultants. Definitely, we are convinced that businesses all across the globe, companies all across the globe, they are spending money on consultants. And if you are a consultant, if you are a consultant watching this video, you should focus on branding so that you can pitch yourself to big companies. And I am quite confident about you that you can get a work from a big company also. The thing which matter is your expertise, your skill set. Now with this data, I am quite sure that you will be shocked. Why you will be shocked? Because I am going to discuss the market share of consulting business across the globe. So this is a global data. So in 2018, The market share of consulting business was $155 billion. It's a very big number. And here market share include both consultants also and consulting firms also. So you can imagine the power of consulting business. Okay. So now let's look into the reasons that businesses hire consultants. So there are many reasons, and the most prominent reason is the expertise. See, every company or every business is looking for expertise. Let us suppose I am running my own company and I want to get some work done. I will be happy if that work is been done by an expert because I am satisfied and also I am convinced that expert will do my work without any worries. So definitely expertise will matter a lot. Businesses are looking for expertise, so that's why they hire consultants. Supplement their staff, and I have already discussed. Businesses cannot onboard people with multiple skill sets. In order to get their work done, they hire consultants. So they supplement their staff. Identify problems. In most of the scenarios, there are businesses which are struggling with some kind of problems. Let us suppose there is a small IT business. It is doing any project, IT project, and it got stuck somewhere in the middle. Then definitely that business will look for an expert uh, insight on that, so that error or that problem can get resolved. Similarly, many businesses, they might get stuck in some operational work or logistic, so they want a kind of a support. First, we there is a need to identify problems, so that can be done by consultants, and that's why businesses look for consultants to get that work done. Fourth point is promote change. So let us suppose a business want to upscale itself, or it want to do a complete rebranding or a restructure. So that kind of change. So definitely, it business will look for an expert. Business will want that under the guidance of an expert, such kind of activity should be taken care of. Each mentor. Yes. Fifth point. See, your business will grow when you have a very good team, a highly skillful team. You have, as a business owner or as an entrepreneur, you should make sure that you put efforts to upskill your team members. That will automatically help your business grow. And you take a look into big companies, big organizations, why they have become big because of uh, human resource. Google is hiring topmost talent from the globe. Facebook is hiring topmost talent. And these top minds in Facebook, Google, NASA, they are taking these companies to the next level. So definitely upskilling of human resource is very important. And for upskilling, businesses hire consultants. They hire coaches and mentors. Sixth point is tough decisions. It is very important. In most of the scenarios, businesses have to take some tough decisions, some life changing decisions, some game changing decisions, risky decisions. So these kind of tough decisions is being taken under the guidance of a consultant. Seventh is basically influence decision makers at other companies. It is very interesting. Let us suppose you want to uh, get any project from a big organization, and you know that in order to get a project from a big organization, links play a very important role. If there is some known contact, and if that known contact refers your business for that work, then there is a high probability that you get the work. Yeah, because big companies avoid giving work to any new prospect. So here the scenario is that you as a business want to get your work done. So what you will do, you will hire a consultant who already has a link with that company, and that consultant on your behalf will refer you as a business to that company so that you can get that project. So this is how the things work. Because in corporate, you have to cook many strategies as a owner, as an entrepreneur. And the eighth is ideation, ideas. A company grows with innovation. And what is innovation? Executing new ideas, bringing new ideas into the ground reality, which will change the game, which will have an impact. So ideation is very important to keep growing. Look at Google, how Google has evolved from a search engine to a collection of more than 26 companies, that is Alphabet. Look at Facebook. Now it is entering into the metaverse. So all the companies, they are innovating themselves. So in order to keep growing, we have to keep on ideating. First, we should be analyzing the idea. Idea should be feasible. The feasibility study of that idea. Or if the idea is not feasible, we have to turn it down to make it feasible. And once it is feasible, we have to make a roadmap, the complete strategy from planning to execution. And once that idea get executed, you will eat the fruits of your efforts. This is how things goes. And the last is to create new companies and products. So let us suppose you as a business owner, or let us suppose you have got some good funds and now you want to invest, and you are a very dynamic person, and you believe that the best return on investment is on companies and products rather than on any other financial asset. So you have decided to open a company or start a new business or launch a new product. So there also you will need an expert guidance. There you will be looking for consultants to get your work done. So these are some of the main reasons that businesses hire consultants. Now, if I break consulting business down into different areas or fields, so these are some of the areas where you can see the consulting business. So the first one is the accounting. So accounting is something which is the part of every business, because see, every business has to maintain an account to manage the cash flow, and also to manage taxations. Then comes the advertising. Advertising is a marketing activity. So definitely businesses hire consultants. So there are many advertising agencies. Auditing, mentoring, this we have already discussed. We have business writing. So business writing, you can understand in business also, in corporate world also, writing plays a very important role. From writing for emails to writing for your brochures, product templates, product brochures, services, writing proposals to the client, and number of activities, social media posts. So writing plays a very important role because it represents the company in front of masses. So good written content has got, and it will make an impact on the people. So business writing is very important. Career consulting. So there are career counselors, communications, soft skill trainers. Then we have technology, very important. Most of the businesses, they need technology support, from IT support, a basic setting up of internet, or some kind of IT or some kind of a tech stuff, to developing products, mobile apps, web apps, or some AI services. So technology consulting is also very important. It is very popular. Then we have editorial services. So if I talk about editorial services, so like newsletters, so there are agencies who have specializations in editorial services. So I as a business, I can directly basically hire that agency to get my editorial stuff done, like newsletters for my business, annual reports generate, because annual report we have to publish it in the newspapers and across the media, so that public can get to know about the performance of the company, and press releases. Then we have supply chain consulting, tax consulting, writing services, gardening. So these days gardening is also has become very popular, because all the companies, all the businesses, they want to have a small garden in the nearby their office, or indoors also. We call it as landscaping and gardening. So that is also a very interesting field. So we have consultants for that. Grantsmanship, HR consulting, it is all about recruiting. Insurance, very popular, very common. Marketing is also a core uh, a part of any business. Then we have payroll management. If you are running a company with n number of employees, after some time, managing payroll becomes a tedious task, because you have to keep a track of each and every account and all the transactions. So payroll management is also can get tedious once your team size will grow. So there are uh, experts for that also. So there are agencies dedicated for payroll management. Then we have public relations. Public relations is all about media and magazines and all that. And last is the publishing. So in publishing, we have this podcast, books, and magazines. So we have experts for all this. So see, with this, uh, if you are a business owner, now you can be very confident, and you should be happy that okay, you are stuck in a particular work, and now you are convinced that there might be an expert for this work. You just have to find that expert. This is a list containing some very popular consulting business, but there are hundreds of them. So we cannot cover all in this video. So that's why I have shortlisted only the important ones for you. Now let's look into the consulting business model. Yes. So if I talk about consulting business model, we have the we have something called the solo consultant model. So the as the name suggests, the solo consultant model means single one man army. A single person is a consultant, and he is having certain number of clients, and he is serving those clients. That's it. So that is the solo consultant model. So the advantage is that no headache, and because you have to take care of your own work, you have to manage the things by yourself, and you are not dependent on any other team member. So this is the advantage. But if I talk about disadvantage or the limitation, you can't scale up, because one man, you can do only a set of tasks, but there is a limitation. The consulting firm model means you form a company, you form a business, a firm that contain n number of members. Those n number of members are providing consultancy services. So in the firm, definitely you get an advantage that since you have a team, you can scale it up, you can add more members, and you can make it big. But the disadvantage is you have to put in efforts in managing the team. So that can be tedious sometimes. Let us suppose tomorrow is the deadline to deliver some work, and today one of your team member got sick. So you have a pending work, and tomorrow you have to deliver it. Now you are dependent on that person. So here you will get stuck. So these kind of issues you have to face in a team work. The third is the productized consulting model. So here the idea is that see, normally consultants, what they do, they provide a kind of a service. So that is a kind of an active income. Means they are providing a service and they are getting the money. The transaction gets closed. But if you make any product, or if you automate any service, and if you scale it to the masses, then you will have a a consulting product, and with that consulting product you can make money while you're sleeping. So that is called passive income. So these days the productized consulting model is becoming very popular. So one of the most prominent example is the courses. You can see people selling courses. So their expertise they are selling in the form of a course. So you have experts in the field of marketing selling marketing courses, stock trading they are selling stock trading courses. So if you are a consultant, you can plan this. You have to put some effort uh, in preparing the course, but once you have it and you have to publish the course in any marketplace, then definitely you can make passive income out of it. This is also a very interesting one. And the fourth one is the hybrid consulting model. So hybrid, as the name suggests, it is a mixture of both consulting firm and the productized. Means you are serving the client also, active income also, and side by side you are developing some product which you will be launching. So this is about the consulting business model. Yeah. Now let's look into the consultancy fees, or you can say it as how consultants make money exactly. So normally, if I talk about consultancy fees, so there are hourly rates. So many consultants they charge hourly. So let us suppose I as a business want to hire any consultant. First, I will show them the work to be done. They will tell, okay, this work will take this much hour, and my hourly rate is this. So this is so you have to pay on the basis of hourly rate. The second one is the project rate. So in project rate, a project we make, let us suppose you have to get some n number of work done. So we make a project for that, and basically you will get the as a consultant you will get the full amount when you will deliver the full project. So that is a project is. Once you complete the project, you get the money, all the money, and uh, all the fee is decided based on the project, the complexity of the project. So there is one disadvantage in this, which the consultants face a lot. So that is basically the scope of work. In most of the scenarios, what happen? The client and the business, the consultant, they agree on a particular scope of work, but after some time, the client starts asking more and more, and there the things start getting disturbed. So this is something which you have to take care of as a consultant. Rest all the project model is good, but the scope of work. So whenever you close a deal, make sure you define a scope of work very in a point by point, specify all the things which you will be delivering, and have a proof of it. Means you can share an email or a written document with signature of both the parties, so that later on when the client claims, you have a proof. Okay, this was supposed to be done by me, and this is what I am delivering to. So there will be no clashes, and things will go smoothly. So the next one is retainer. So what is retainer? Retainer means it is a kind of a monthly salary. So let us suppose you are involved in a very long term work, and that long term work definitely it will take n number of months. So the client and the consultant agrees on a monthly payment model. So every month you will be get paid, and you have to deliver the work. Retainer is the most ideal one, and try to uh, close the deal in the retainer payment model. So let us suppose you have a very big project. Either you are a technology consultant, or any marketing consultant, or a branding consultant, advertising consultant. Let us suppose you have a project which you can scale it for 6 months. So rather than fixing a high project fee for the complete project, you try to close the deal in the retainer model. Okay, every month I will take, and the project will go for 8 months. In this, so this is a very good model. So try to give priority to the retainer payment model. Okay, so this was all about consulting business. So I hope you got a good idea, a deep understanding about the consulting business. And if you are planning to start a consulting business, you're definitely this help you a lot. So thanks for your valuable time. Thanks for watching. And if you like this, if you liked this video, like it on YouTube, the button below, comment on it, share it in your circle. Thanks a lot.